On 28B, it says use the following intervals to complete the table below. Now remember, these are our inverse functions, and because they are our inverse functions, they will have the domain and range switched from the original functions. So if you need to, go back and think about your original functions. The sine function, capital S, sine, remember the domain there goes from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Therefore, that's the range for the inverse function. The range for the sine function is negative 1 to 1. Therefore, that is the domain for the inverse function. We can do the same thing for cosine. Remember, cosine, our domain is 0 to pi, and our range is negative 1 to 1. And so I switched those for the inverse functions. For tangent inverse, it has the same range, or originally the same domain as the sine function, except remember negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, there are asymptotes there, and therefore those values are not included, and so we have open brackets there. Of course, the range for the tangent function is negative infinity to positive infinity, so that becomes the domain of the inverse function.